We welcome you to another beautiful night for Philippine basketball as your coverage continues for the 2022 OK Bet Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino. And for your Mpbl Monday, we come to you live from the Benguiao Convention Center all the way up north here in San Fernando, Pampanga. We set you up for the battle between two homegrown teams, the Bataan Risers and the Pampanga Giant Lanterns, who are the second hottest team right now in the Mpbl, just behind the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. And speaking of players, teams who are red hot right now in the league, Archie Concepcion, that guy, number 7 in the league in terms of scoring, 15.8 points per ball game, and he has surely impressed a lot of coaches, players, and fans in this league. James Castro on the other end, a beautiful story for him, a role player for years already here in the Mpbl, taking a huge load in terms of responsibility para sa Bataan Risers as one of their 12 homegrown players in town today to try to challenge the Pampanga Giant Lanterns. These two teams currently a part of the North Division playoff picture. Tignan natin how our squads will be able to perform. Again, we thank you for joining us. Nick Gomez at the service alongside Coach Louie Gonzalez. Coach Louie, simple question, two homegrown teams, your expectations?
Yeah, again, with those two teams, okay, alam natin that these two will gonna come out strong. Especially, they represent yung mga respective cities nila. Pero, again, like our first two games, alam natin na gusto rin nilang, aside from representing their respective cities, they wanted to solidify yung spots nila sa division standings natin.
Later on, we're gonna see that North Division team standings. Pero sa ngayon, let's say hi to our courtside reporter na si Jana Llanes. G, good evening to you. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. You know what? I was actually the one that covered the very first home game of the Pampanga Giant Lanterns this season, and it's insane how they've grown to become hometown heroes since then. There are so many people here just really freaking out as soon as they stepped on court today. Alam rin natin that the Bataan Risers are also hometown heroes at their home venue. However, did you guys know that this is the first time that they are facing as the visiting team, a home team? So it's going to be an interesting story to tell, and I've got all of that for you guys.
All right, thank you so much, Gianna. Very interesting story as she mentioned. Bataan, later on, we're going to break down their roster as well as Pampanga in terms of their homegrowns. Let's take a look at our team standings sa ating North Division. Pampanga number 2, Bataan number 5.
Yeah, okay. Again, solidifying yung position nila sa standings natin kasi it might create conflict, okay? Or more importantly is you wanted to keep that confidence high. Diba? Okay, especially with Pampanga.
6 straight wins, 10 wins and 4 losses. They were at an even 500 before they started becoming red hot here in this league. Bataan on the other end, they used to be the number 2 seeded team in the North Division, but lately it has been up and down for their squad. Certainly a good test here on the road against the Giant Lanterns. Now, speaking of Bataan, in their previous game, it was on their home court against the Quezon City MG Cars. They lost by 2 points. A heartbreaker it was because they had a chance to try to win it. And even at the last second, Ron Lastimosa shot from 3. It was just short.
Yeah, with Bataan Risers, I think okay, nothing is lost at the moment. It's kasi sila naman, okay, etong team na to, they will just grow. Okay, and more importantly is growing together. And with this kind of losses, malaki ito yung learning na kakibat ng mga ganitong klaseng laro. Kaya nandun naman sila, they were there. Actually, they shot more, 8 times more against Quezon City. It's just the bench points na alam mo na they're still trying to develop na. Alam rin naman natin na with the Mpbl right now, kung sino yung teams na mas marami nagko-contribute sa bench, ito yung mas most likely na nanalo.
We all know how deep this Bataan Risers team is, and they're being led by the one and only James Castro. This guy had 20 points and 7 rebounds in their previous outing, but those are season averages.
Yeah, okay, what else can you ask for with the leadership of James Castro? In their last game against QC, hindi biro yung magkaroon ng 18 ties and 18 lead changes and 9 ties. Diba? And he was there to lead his team para to show toughness, to show stability. Diba? Itong si James Castro.
On the other end, the Pampanga Giant Lanterns, we covered their last game, coach, in Bacoor. In that first half, it was tough, especially inside for Pampanga. Mark Matuana and company tried to pound against them, but Pampanga bouncing back in the second half, Topeng Lagrama leading the way in the fourth and final frame.
Yeah, it was crucial, not just crucial points, crucial stops, okay, made by Topeng Lagrama, and crucial passes also, diba? And I like how the Pampanga Giant Lanterns stood their ground versus the Bacoor strikers, okay, na limiting them to 1 out of 29 dun sa 3-point area. Alam mo, grabe aggressiveness yung mga batang to eh.
Exactly.
Diba? Pero sa akin yung fourth quarter, yeah, they were mas dominate yung Bacoor sa rebounds. Pero ito yung sasabi mong youth nitong team na to. Diba? They were able to had that 13 points advantage in the fast break points.
Now let's talk about Topeng Lagrama. What makes this guy special for you?
Yeah, 7 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Okay, yung lamang ng Pampanga Hunters versus Bacoor, he is the one responsible to that.
Right, it was a close game. Just before he exploded in the last couple of minutes of that ball game, Topeng Lagrama. He's off to a great matchup tonight against Cristorado, so let's wait for that. Now we turn you over to our arena announcer na si Ken Pangilinan.
Bengi, welcome to the Brenzy Yao Convention Center in San Fernando, Pampanga for the OK Bet Manny Pacquiao's Mpbl 4th season, presented by Extreme. This is our main game featuring the One Bataan Risers Kamaya Coast and your Pampanga Giant Lanterns AMG Free Construction. Let's be the starting lineups, beginning with One Bataan Risers Kamaya Coast. Starting at small forward number 4, Castro Sombero. Power forward number 19, Chong Bondok. At center number 16, RV Bringas. Shooting guard number 1, Ron Lastimosa. And at point guard number 13, the Astro Boy, James Castro. The head coach of Bataan is Endrick Francisco. Assistant coaches Randy Rodriguez, Bigo Dandan, Mark Dandan, Alex Calweng, and Raycon Kabigting. LGU coordinator is Erwin Oximoso. Assistant team director Ricky Maliksi. And now, the starting 5 for your Pampanga Giant Lanterns AMG Free Construction. Starting at point guard from Angeles City, number 11, MJ Garcia. Shooting guard number 6, Jason Apolonio. At center from Apalit, Pampanga, number 4, John Capulo. Power forward number 10, Alex Ramos. And a small forward from Mexico, Pampanga, number 2, Archie Concepcion. The head coach of Pampanga is the honorable Governor Dennis Delta Pineda. Assistant coaches Pedic Di Matulang and Jonas Yao. Team manager and owner A.G. Gonzalez. Assistant team managers Ronald Dulun and Raymond Guevara.
Your starters for Bataan versus Pampanga. We have 6 homegrowns featured in the first 5s. James Castro, Ron Lastimosa, RB Bringas, Jethro Sombero, and John Bondok. Then on the other end, it's MJ Garcia, Jason Apolonio, John Capulong, Alex Ramos, and who seems to be the newest crowd favorite here in San Fernando, Archie Concepcion, getting so much love from the crowd as once again he and his team will try to defend their home court here in the Brengyao Convention Center. Mix Gomez at their service alongside Louis Gonzalez and Gianna Lianes. Now, Coach Louis, all season long, the topic for these two teams, they're young, they like to run, as Jethro Sombero scores the first basket. But ikaw, ano ina-expect mo, especially at the early minutes of this ball game?
Sa akin, syempre, okay, is MPBL being true to its commitment, di ba? To discover homegrown talents, and these two teams, Bataan, the Bataan Risers, and the Pampanga Giant Lanterns, is representing kung ano yung ginusto ng ating founder na si Senator Manny Pacquiao.
Right. There are 4 non-homegrowns currently on the floor, and those are Jethro Sumbero, Ron Laslimosa, Jason Apolonio, at si Alex Ramos, who shoots this jump shot and he delivers the first 2 points for Pampanga.
Alam mo yun, yung emergence nitong Pampanga Lanterns, di ba? Yung kumpiyansa nila, kala mo nag-develop lang eh. Di ba? Again, these are just siguro normal players. Yan, hindi mga halos rookie lahat to sa Mpbl. Pero with the confidence and the program ni Governor Pineda, gumanda, tumaas yung kumpiyansa, nagkaroon ng self-esteem itong mga players ng Pampanga Lanterns.
That's a great point from you, Coach. Because all of these players from Pampanga, except for Raymond Binoya, nag-iisa lamang siya. All of them are rookies in the Mpbl. And as for Bataan, they're the team with the most homegrowns in the league. Out of their 15 players, 12 doon nanggagaling sa kanilang hometown. 12 out of 15. Such a huge percentage. Kapulong will miss inside. Rebound Ramos. One more chance. Here's their leading scorer, Archie Concepcion for 2.
Yeah. Lalong-lalo na itong batang to. Kay kalaban ko to sa NCAA at alam ko kung ano yung kumpiyansa niya before eh. Pero look at him now. Diba? Okay, yung tintig nito, okay, yung how he decides, okay, grabe yung kumpiyansa na.
15.8 points per game for Archie Concepcion. That's good for number 7 in the league. And he does it at a very efficient rate. 46% shooting from the field. Also, number 7 in the Mpbl. Foul against him though, as he tries to deny Jong Bondo.
Yeah, and this is not new to them. Okay, remember. Okay.
Take a look at that replay. The layup, strong aggressive drive mula kay Archie Concepcion.
Tulad doon yung layup ni Archie Concepcion na yun. Alam mo yun, dahil sa confidence niya, nakitang-kita niya na yung buong floor eh. Diba? Kitang-kita niya kung nasa niya advantage niya eh.
Here he is once more. Great matchup against James Castro. Garcia will pull up. No good. Castro tracks it down.
Kaya even yung Bataan Risers, okay, they throw physicality against this young Pampanga Lantern team. I think the experience this Pampanga Lantern team na nakuha against Bacoor, especially with the big man, kaya talagang malaki natutunan nila.
And they stuck with it in that game. Some people might even argue na the strategy for Bacoor, babain sila sa loob, especially in the first half.
Yeah, Kapulong hold his ground there versus mag-isa, okay, versus Mantawa. Alam mo yon, ang galing eh.
Oo.
Di ba?
Then again, because of their aggressive defense, they also forced them to shoot at a low percentage. 1 out of 29 from 3. The Bacoor City Strikers as RP Bringas scores inside. Well, that's a good matchup for tonight. RP Bringas against John Kapulong. Ito ngayon si Archie Concepcion down the middle. Layup's too strong. Alex Ramos is there and he will proceed to the line.
Look at Ramos jumping high for that offensive rebound.
Take a look at that move from RB Bringas. If we were in Bataan, this would have brought the house down.
Yung mga local hero nila eh.
The absolute crowd favorite in the Orion Sports Complex, which by the way, Bataan will be returning to the People's Center soon enough. So abangan natin yan as we also return to our courtside reporter na si Gianna Llanes.
Hindi makakalaro si John Kapulong para sa Pampanga Giant Lanterns ngayon. Pero ayon sa head coach ng Kuponanda, si Governor Dennis Delta Pineda, they are not willing to tarnish the fact that they only have one loss dito sa home venue nila. Basta focus daw ang Giant Lanterns sa game plan, nabilisan ng takbo, sa kanila na ang panalo ngayon. And seeing the signs their supporters made and the full crowd today before stepping on court, he told his players that they should be nothing but confident having their sixth man there. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Gianna, for that report. Now, obviously, as this is a team with multiple homegrowns, they have a very passionate crowd in Pampanga. They even defeated the Batangas City Embassy Chill here on their very own home floor. Bacolod a couple of weeks back as well. And just so it is clear to everyone, the John Kapulong that Gianna was mentioning is the other John Kapulong. They have two John Kapulongs, a center and the point guard. So wala yung isa dahil naglalaro ngayon yung pangalawa. 5-4 our score. Pampanga with a 1-point lead. 3.5 gone by in the opening frame. Balik sila kay RB Bringas. Bringas against Kapulong. RB trying to lose his defender. Instead, he loses his footwork. It's not every day that you get to see RB Bringas try to put it on the floor to lose whoever is guarding him.
Yeah, but if this guy, alam naman natin, mahaba yung though alam natin na we're almost there sa postseason, pero he's getting his confidence back. Okay, he's starting to get to the feel of the game again, di ba?
One might even argue, as Jason Apolonio scores inside, one might even argue that this is like a breakout season as well for RB Bringas in this league.
Alam mo, yung when we return, it's not just okay, RB Bringas and kay Alan Santos. Okay, ito yung mga nag-focus na talaga eh. Di ba? Maganda na yung talent na nakikita natin sa kanila ngayon.
As we bring you this epic move of the game in partnership with OKBet, own the win. That's a great point from you, Coach. The big men in this league kind of reviving themselves, their careers, and able to actually provide so much entertainment to our viewers.
Exactly.
Foul. That's against Sombero as he tried to swipe that ball away from MJ Garcia.
Yeah, okay. Ito si MJ Garcia, Jason Apolonio, ito si Archie Concepcion. If you have players like that, kaya nasa fast break kayo, para kang may tatlong ninja nakasabay.
Right. MJ Garcia as a point guard is very lengthy. Ang laki ng height difference niya no, kay Topeng Lagraba. And they have their own strengths, of course.
Athletic, napaka-athletic nito ni Garcia.
And speaking of athleticism, how about that turnaround shot from Alex Ramos? He's up to 5 points in this ball game. He's outscored Bataan so far. Great to see Gilmer De La Torre back in action as well for the Risers after missing a couple of games. Here's Jong Bondo. No good. Rebound Kapulong. Archie looks ahead.
Yeah, we're halfway already sa first quarter natin, pero yung excitement parang, yeah.
Ayan. There it is, Coach.
Yeah, because those are the things that you're trying to look. As a coach kasi parang, nasan yung spark? Hindi ko pa maramdaman yung spark. Yes, we're winning. Okay, pero hindi ko pa maramdaman yung diin eh.
Well, it's still very early. And how about this? Coach Dennis Pineda is about to check in a Passerelle 5, as you would like to say. Ito yung replay natin. Archie Concepcion stopping, popping, getting the bounce. And finally, because of that shot, crowd will be able to make some noise for their home team. An early 8-point lead for Pampanga. 12-4 is the score. 4 minutes and 43 in the opening frame. The Pampanga Giant Lanterns, they have one of the most passionate crowds here in the Mpbl, and it has paid off for them. They won by 5 points against Batangas, 2 points versus Bacolod, and then a big 21-point win against Imus in the past 3 outings here in San Fernando.
I think it's given already, especially doon sa program nga ni Governor Pineda. Talagang alam mo yung mga players niya, case playing at the home court, talagang doblado. Baka ito yung sinasabi namin palagi.
And they do practice here in this very home court, which is very useful for them. As Reyes scores inside off of that good feed mula kay Don Vera.
Yeah, imagine, athletic 5 that started the game. Tapos, meron ka ulit itong ganito mga classic players na mga athletic din. Mike.
Mitchell Minus, among others. There's a foul here on Minus as he was defending Gio Espuelas. And it's not every day that you get to see a coach put in 5 players even after his first 5 was able to build an 8-point lead.
At this level, yes.
Of course, back in high school, it was a trend. Meron pa kang ginawang liga para dyan mismo.
Pero again, okay, this is how Coach Pineda sees his program. Diba? Pantay-pantay lahat.
This free throw is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Remember, itong si Governor Dennis Pineda, he recruited a lot of these players as well from the NBL, kanilang mga nakalaban. It's like he formed his own all-star team here in Pampanga. And it is all-star caliber as you get to see them perform. Minus 1 second on the clock. Turnover against him. Question is, can Bataan convert as they have Gilmer De La Torre, James Castro, Jong Bondok, Jamil Gabawan, and Gio Espuelas. Babalik dito si Jetro Sumbero at papasok din si Cristo Rado, papalitan si Bondok at si Castro.
Yeah. What else can you say from these two teams? Itong Bataan, it shows that meron din program eh, di ba? Parang college, pare-pareho, pati sapatos, pare-pareho eh.
Oh yes, bago lang yan, coach. That's their second game playing with those shoes. Espuelas, short. Rebound Vera. Pampanga is running. Topping na grama, looking ahead. Ernest Reyes. 1-2. He gets the bounce.
Yeah, Ernest Reyes, okay. Starting where he left off, okay, in that Bacoor game. Remember, siya yung biglang dalawang libreng tira, di ba, sa to end the game eh.
Right. He had 7 points and 7 rebounds.
Nag-rim run lang siya during that last minute na game. Bigla na lang siya na libre.
Topping na grama. Losing the basketball, very uncharacteristic. The other end we go. Here's De La Torre. Onto the left side, Gio Espuelas for 2. Much needed basket for Bataan.
Exactly. Again, meron bang intimidating factor? Meron ba nakakailang na factor? Playing here in Pampanga. Okay, na alam mo naman, you're just, okay, magkatabing city lang kayo eh. Pero again, Bataan, knowing kung ano yung program dito, parang may nararamdaman ako sa kanila and I hope they get over it already para mas mapakita na nila yung talent nila.
Maybe that's just how intimidating this Pampanga crowd is. Punong-puno ang ating venue once more, as always, as we get to see this 2-point basket by Ernest Reyes. 16-6 our score, 2 minutes and 16 in the opening quarter. Here's De La Torre.
Again, look at the field goal of Pampanga, 7 out of 15 compared to 3 out of 12 nitong Bataan Risers.
That's a far percentage comparing those two teams. A turnover now. Storado tried to go to De La Torre.
Ito yung match-up na hinihintay natin.
Right. Cristorado versus Topping Lagrama. Two of the smallest point guards in the Mpbl.
Yeah.
Oh, good steal. Torado getting the better of Topping Lagrama and he gives it up to De La Torre for 2. Dombera, catch and fire. That guy is the deadliest shooter in that Pampanga lineup. Dombera also one of the biggest revelations in terms of catch and shoot. Very relied upon by the Giant Lanterns. Gabawan, no good. Rebound, Reyes. 19-8. 80 seconds before the end of one.
Yeah, si Vera, no? Kumang lengthy. Pero you can tell na talagang he can shoot the ball well kasi grabe yung laki ng kamay eh.
Right. Jammer Hamito scoring inside. That guy, one of the mid-season additions coming from the San Juan Knights. De La Torre will fire. No good. Rebound. Obtained by Lagrama. 21-8. Bounce pass. Reyes. He needs a teammate. And Vera will slow things down.
Itong si Jam Hamito, talagang malaking bagay ito for the for Pampanga Giant Lanterns kasi kailangan masyadong bata yung team na to, and yung leadership niya at yung tapang niya, lahat dito sa kanya kukuha ng lakas itong mga batang to.
Jammer Hamito, one of the 3 additions for the Pampanga Giant Lanterns, alongside Lawrence Malyari, who was such a big time player para sa Laguna in this season. And folks, Gary David as well is now with the Pampanga Giant Lanterns. He won't be able to suit up tonight, but he is already a part of their roster.
Again, getting ready for the postseason.
Such a vital addition. Become a mentor as well, no, for a lot of these young players.
Yeah, what else? I was looking at the entourage nitong Pampanga Giant Lanterns team. Parang bawat player may sarili ng coach eh.
Oh, wow. Lagrama went flying. And again, there's that matchup between Cristorado and Topeng Lagrama. That has been a topic in this season, that there came a barrage of point guards, of small point guards, literally. Maliliit sila, pero napakahusay. You can put in Keanu Caballero in that roster as well, of small point guards.
Yeah. Kay Pesky, talagang alam mo kung bakit sila nandito is because of that. Di ba? Yung approach nila sa laro.
And as the other analysts would say, I'm not sure if you already said this on air as well, Coach Louie, but these point guards give inspiration to our viewers because a lot of Filipinos are of the same height as them. At maganda silang ehemplo na pwedeng gayahin ng mga Pinoy as De La Torre scores inside.
Yeah, exactly the point when kay Bisan kasi, kay Muggsy Bogues, naging bisita ko siya dito eh. Di ba? And he was really an inspiration.
Yes.
Diba? Para yung mga players natin na meron talagang hindi lang yung malalaki. Okay. Meron din talagang chance for us to get to do sa pinakamataas na liga.
How about Cristorado able to get the better of Topeng Lagrama in this first frame, and Reggie Bilugan feeding into Gilmer De La Torre. They trimmed the lead down to 12 points, but Pampanga is still looking good. Mitchell Minus is now at the line. Minus had 7 points and 6 rebounds in their previous outing.
Yeah, this guard, this guy, si Minus, talagang, alam mo, itong story na itong batang to, he started playing as a big. Kasi siya lang yung malaki doon sa grupo nila. Okay? Na unti-unti, okay, nagkakaroon na siya ng ibang kasama. Okay. Nabibigyan na siya ng opportunity to play and be prepared doon sa susunod na level. Di ba?
By the way, it's Jamil Gabawan and Jammer Hamito getting tangled up. Actually, dyan pa lang sa simula ng replay natin, magkakapit na sila.
At alam mo talaga, itong dalawang to, magkikis-kisan talaga to buong laro.
Right.
Di ba?
Warning na ba? Nothing too drastic with 11 seconds remaining in the first frame. There hasn't been a huge run in the first, but consistent baskets and stops para sa Pampanga. That's why it's 25-11 now, and you know, this place, it's still yet to erupt relatively, because we've already heard this place, Coach, from previous games. Gaano kaingay ang pwedeng abutin itong Brent-Yao Convention Center.
Yeah, parang, again, it's the Pampanga lang, yung Pampanga parang napipigilan pa. Yung Bataan, yeah, they're there, pero parang mas decente pa eh. Decente pa yung game natin. Again, if this game goes up and down, alam ng Bataan, it will favor the home team.
Yes. Free throws being made by Cristorado. It's 25-13 now. Under 8 seconds in the first. Lagrama has been in trouble all quarter long, being pressured by Cristorado. Reyes will fire. He will miss. And that will end our first quarter here in the Brent-Yao Convention Center. Pampanga able to start very well. We saw their substitution. 5 agad ang pinasok ni Coach Delta Pineda. And they're able to stay with this 12-point lead, 25-13.
Yeah, true yan. Okay, this Archie Concepcion, okay, establishing his game right away. Yung mga usual suspects natin. Okay, si Archie Concepcion, si Jason Apolonio, alam natin magdi-deliver agad tong mga players ni Coach Governor Pineda dito.
Alex Ramos even adding fuel to the fire. 12-point advantage for the Giant Lanterns after one. Let's talk about the numbers for Bataan and Pampanga.
Again, close. Okay? Close, pero okay, see the point scored. Alam mo, halos yung mga output ng mga teams natin dito sa MPBL, halos pare-pareho. Okay, with the point scored, points allowed, rebound, and assist. Okay? At itong the Bataan Risers and the Pampanga Giant Lanterns, halos same talaga. Diba?
And one would even argue that they have somewhat a similar style of play, explosive, especially on their home court. They love to run. Itong Bataan, as athletic as this Pampanga team looks, some of these players of Bataan are also very flashy on the open court.
Yeah, kasi hindi naman sila magiging fifth sa standings natin kung di naman sila naglalaro na maayos.
Yes.
Diba? Okay, both teams are defending well. Malayo yung points score nila saka sa points allowed nila. Diba? So alam mo talaga, hindi biro, nagtatrabaho talaga itong dalawang team na to.
Reggie Bulugan goes down. That is not a good sign for Bataan. He's holding on to his ankle. Nakita niyo yung first quarter field goal shooting, obviously a lot better for Pampanga. Bataan's gonna need to step up here in the second frame before it goes out of hand.
Yeah. Kumapit yung shoes ni Bilugan doon eh.
Take a look at what happened. Oh no! That's just by himself. That actually happens, no? Mabibigla ka rin talaga.
Yeah, totoo yan. Actually, right now, kaya ang dami na natin kailangan na gawing activation eh.
Oo.
Di ba?
Mas stretching ninyo.
Just stretching, okay, strengthening bands, okay, these are the things. Kaya kailangan magtsaga kang gawin yun kasi ayun yung mag-iiwas sa'yo na mangyari yan eh.
And that's the second ankle sprain for today. Remember, Andre Armenion went down in the second game for Val City. That eventually became a huge problem for them. They needed their point guard. They dropped their game versus Pasig City. Right now, here's Isidro working with Lawrence Malyari, his first appearance with the Pampanga Giant Lanterns. Another 5 implemented by Coach Delta Pineda. James Castro, short. Rebound belongs to Bataan.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Okay, look at that before the stop. Etong Bataan, diba? Ito lang sila. Tulong-tulong sila sa defense sila. Usap-usap sila. So, hindi rin sila madaling kalaban. Diba?
Here's Jericho Isidro. Jump shot is good. That guy also one of the homegrowns of Pampanga. Joining Isidro are another homegrown na si Raymond Benuya. They also have Daryl Pascual, John Cruz, and Lawrence Malyari. That's their third 5. All 15 players able to play already in this game. Gio Espelas making a basket.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Yung dalawang big man mo, dalawang rim runners mo, keep sprinting back doon sa court nyo, di ba? Sa dalawang big man, kasi Daryl Pascual can play 3, actually. Malaki yan, pero can shoot from the outside.
Let's go back to Gianna Llanes.
Kinuwento ni Coach F kanina na ito na ang last game niya as interim coach of the Risers, as they'll have a new head coach for the upcoming games. Sabi niya, previously coaching in the high school level, natutunan daw niya na capable rin siya mag-coach sa pros. And ang pinakamalaking takeaway niya is how to adapt to any situation. In his words, it was nerve-wracking and stressful, but a wonderful experience. At dapat ma-excite daw ang mga Bataan fans sa development sa coaching staff next game. Migs and Louie?
Grabe naman yung pabiti ni Gianna doon. Thank you, Gianna, for that report. First of all, we want to tip our hats to Coach F. Francisco. Obviously, you know, if you're that pioneer, you're that guy given the keys mid-season for this Bataan squad, as this free throw is brought to you by Stream Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. You're gonna need to lead the team that's already up top, or a top team, one of those top teams in the Mpbl. Huge responsibility for him. And now that he's gonna exit, congratulations for your term, Coach. We're actually seeing Coach Mark Dandan for the first time on their bench, but we're not sure if he's gonna be the next new head coach. So we'll wait for that.
Yeah, with Coach Eric right now. Okay, congratulations, Coach. Kasi alam mo yun, if ibang coach yan, alam mo, homegrown yung hahawakan mo, you'll ask for reinforcements.
Yes.
Right? Pero, hindi sinuportahan niya kung ano yung program ng Bataan Risers. At nandyan pa rin naman sila. They're still very much, nasa contention pa rin. 5th place, two wins away from the 2nd place team. Maayos ang ginawa niya, and I salute him to that.
It's the same team. Dumagdag lang si Jamil Gabawan, who was already supposed to join the team since the very beginning. He came from PPA 3x3, and he's also one of the homegrowns. 27-16 our score. 7 minutes and 42 in the second frame. This is the third unit of Pampanga on the floor. Is this the golden opportunity for Bataan to cut this lead?
Yeah, totoo yan. And for James Castro to start to get going as well. Kasi halos hindi pa natin maramdaman yung presence ni James eh.
Right.
Diba? Nagtitimon pa eh. Hindi nagtitipid nagtitimon. Okay, he's trying to lead his team.
Wala pa siya sa takeover mode. Mintis mula kay John Cruz. Where will the offense come from para sa Bataan? Torado, down the middle, kick out. Espuelas will fire. That's a specialty, but it's in and out. Both teams have struggled in the past couple of possessions. Isidro. On to Pascual. They swing it to the left. Inside. 8 on the shot clock. Cruz will fire. Another miss.
And I think Pampanga should take charge sa ganitong sitwasyon.
Well, Coach Dennis Pineda has already called his starting 5 to get back in this game. Take a look at that replay. James Castro, you mentioned, still unable to produce at a good rate for Bataan. That's why they're still down by 11 points. But can he finally get things going starting at the line?
Yeah, maybe James Castro now will get his first point of the game. Wala pa rin.
Wala pa rin. At some point in the season, Castro was a part of the top 10 in scoring. He's now out of it, but he's still number 6 in terms of usage. Minutes per ball game, 29.4. 2 misses at the line. Very unfortunate right there for Bataan. Bumalik na ang starting 5 ng Pampanga. Forward pass, good steal. Torado locating Castro, and that's the first 2 points of James Castro.
Superstars will always find ways. Diba?
Good effort mula kay Chris Torado, who has a couple of steals already in this game. It started with him outplaying Topeng Lagrama in the first quarter. Alex Ramos, too strong. Rebound Castro.
Yeah, and this is what Pampanga at the moment doesn't want. Sila yung nawawala sa rhythm eh. Okay? Again, Coach Fred, okay, have using that 1-3-1 zone will take away everything dito sa Pampanga Lanterns, di ba? Hindi sila makatakbo talaga, hindi maging open yung laro which ayun yung gusto talaga nila.
Right. And then on the other end is Bataan, who's running. James Castro with that layup, and Julius Garcia coming off the bench to pour in that three-point shot. Now that guy made some threes back in Bataan. Can he also catch fire here in Pampanga? They're down by 6. Let's talk about Archie Concepcion. That guy had 13 points, 5 rebounds in their previous outing. You mentioned you already knew this guy because he came from Arellano University.
Yes, Mix, and it was a different, kumbaga, kay how he's playing now, it's way different because way back, parang grabe, and yung indecisiveness niya, okay, masyado siyang nag-iisip, pero now, alam mo na, sobrang kumpiyansa na eh. Sobrang kumpiyansa na.
Here he is. Oh no, that's a tough ball. Okay, it seems like it's nothing too drastic. Players will be able to recover. It's just that the sound of the floor was scary. Archie went down. Si Archie yun that caused the sound. Tatawagan ng foul dito si James Castro. Again, a lot of playoff implications in this match. Pampanga number 2 in the north, Bataan number 5 in the same division. A couple more playoff teams watching our action. Na-mention natin kanina si Coach John Calios and the Sarangani Marlins. Jensen Warriors as well. They're watching Parilyagas and company after getting back-to-back wins. Close wins, by the way, as we should say, on their home court. 3 points versus Bacolod. And then that nail biter against the Bacoor City Strikers.
Yeah, I like the combination of the Mark Cruz, Elorde tandem. Diba? Medyo mabigat yun.
Oh, yes.
Mabigat yun for Jensen.
And then they have a rising star in Nico Panganiban.
Exactly.
That's going to be a tough team approaching the playoffs. RB Bringas scoring inside. Bataan looking good in the second quarter. Lead cut down to 4. Here's Archie Concepcion.
Grabe kasi yung front court defense nitong Bataan. Okay, nandun kagad sa baba. Tapos yung back court nila ang sisipag. Di ba?
Spearheaded by Chris Torado, who already has a couple of steals. And you all know kung gaano kasipag si James Castro on both ends of the floor. Bringas.
Yeah, he has that.
Just too strong. Rebound obtained by Castro. Lead is just 4 points now. James Castro. Sorry, miss. There's a foul on the loose ball. That's gonna go against Jamil Gabawan.
Yeah. Yeah, in that last sequence, parang tatlong Pampanga Lanterns yung nakuha ni Jamil Gabawan eh.
Right. But there was one behind him, one in front of him. And by the way, I hope our cameras will be able to get this, but Gary David is at the edge of the bench of the Pampanga Giant Lanterns. He's wearing white. Again, he's already a part of that lineup. There he is. Just not available today. But he will watch this matchup because Bataan is his hometown. They're going up against his current team, the Pampanga Giant Lanterns. And speaking of hometowns, batiin muna natin ang mga VIPs dito mismo sa Pampanga. Deputy Speaker Congressman Don Gonzales, Team Owner Manager AG Gonzales, City Councilor Renz Gonzales, board member and new mommy na si Micah Gonzalez, the Gonzalez family, Governor Dennis Delta Pineda, the head coach of Pampanga, alongside Vice Governor Lilian Nanay Pineda and board member Mylene Pineda. Magandang gabi po sa inyo, and of course maraming salamat for all that you do here in Pampanga. 4 minutes before halftime, there's a foul.
Yeah, okay, that's what you give up. Okay, na alam naman natin, okay, you play 2-3 zone against a team that this athletic, you expect them that they gonna push for that offensive rebound. They're gonna go for that offensive rebound, di ba?
Harvey Bringas calling his teammates. They're gonna regroup here. Bringas is being joined by James Castro, Julius Garcia, Cristorado, and Mpbl Bataan. May warning dito kay Coach F. Francisco. Archie Concepcion at the line. He's still with the first 5 of Pampanga in this game, who are Jason Apolonio, MJ Garcia, Alex Ramos, and John Capulong. If you see the right side of your screen, now it's Archie now at the middle. Behind Coach F. Francisco is Coach Mark Dandan, the son of Coach Ricky Dandan. Gianna mentioned that there's going to be a new head coach in the next games for Bataan. Pero biniti niya tayo, so we still can't confirm if it's going to be Coach Mark. We'll find out soon enough. It's a good cliffhanger for everyone. As Harvey Bringas tries to score inside to no avail. Ball in favor of Pampanga. Now attack against Kuya RV.
Yeah, with Bataan, there's very much in the game. They're very much in the game. They need to lock in dun sa game and just maglaro na lang sila. Diba?
RV Bringas is looking for a foul, and he points at the referee, which, as we know, he actually asked for it. He asked for it. And he got that tech. That is one thing you could do. You can't do. Point at the referees.
Yeah, and especially RV. Alam naman na hindi lang siya malaki. Malaki rin yung responsibilidad niya.
Right.
Para dito sa Bataan Risers.
31-23. Bataan sticking with that zone. That zone allowed them to have a comeback. Bring us with the board. Here's Cristorado. Pass inside, tapped away. No more recovery as MJ Garcia lost space.
Yeah, good intention.
Now let's go back to Gianna Llanes.
Migs and Louie, quick update on Reginald Bulugan. You're right. It's exactly what happened to Andre Amarino in the second game. Nagtapilok siya at kumapit yung shoes niya. So he sprained his ankle. They'll observe daw till halftime. If hindi daw kaya ni Reginald Bulugan makalakad by then, dahil sunod-sunod ang laro nila, he will be sitting out the rest of tonight's game. Back to you guys.
Alright, that's a great point because the next 3 games of Bataan are Batangas, Rizal, and San Juan.
Na mahihina lang pala eh.
3-point shot here mula kay James Castro. Badly needed by Bataan. The other end is Archie Concepcion for 2.
Yeah, you see that fast break? Unang fast break pa rin yun, but you've heard yung reaction agad ng crowd. And that's what the Bataan Risers ayaw nilang mangyari.
33-26. Mpbl Bataan inside. Almost a beautifully executed high-low with RV Bringas.
Yeah, it's a good misdirection, no?
John Capulong matatawagan ng holding foul. Babalik dito si Jammer Hamito. So that breaks the substitution pattern of Coach Dennis Pineda na 5-5 ang pinapasok. Jammer Hamito coming off the bench. Now he will try to cover RV Bringas. Baseline inbound. John Bondok will do the honors.
Okay, see again, James Castro again, doon sa corner.
Being guarded by Dom Vera. John Bondok trying to spin his way. Good block, but a foul against Alex Ramos. John Bondo will go to the line. He had 18 points and 7 rebounds in their previous outing, which was his return to Bataan after being suspended as he got into an altercation with Choi Ignacio of Zamboanga a couple of games back.
Yeah, John Bondok, halos veterano na rin to ng MPBL,
Right.
di ba?
Came from Nabotas. 33-26. Free throws hurting Bataan in this quarter. Dom Vera, that's too much space. Just in and out. Jammer Hamito for the putback. Four points para kay Jammer Hamito. Couple of games in. Or you know what? Let's put the exact number. This is his second game with Pampanga after transferring for San Juan. Or from San Juan.
Kailangan yata talaga yung sound eh. This makes them, at least yung game, medyo mas mabilis eh.
Oh yes, that's a big time factor. Archie, he's fouled, almost made it, could have brought the house down, but it's 3 free throws for him. Sinampal pa siya ni Doping na grama. Alright, so you mentioned how you knew Archie Concepcion from before. Masyado siya nag-iisip.
Yeah,
now, I want to ask you, what do you think about his future? What is his ceiling?
Yeah, full of confidence. Alam mo naman, napaka-athletic talaga. Kompleto. If I am a coach searching for a player, okay, yung athleticism nito, yung build nito, yung shooting form nito, alam mo, meron talaga yung bata. Okay. Yung kaninang instance, okay, if during this college, yung kalaban ko siya, he's not gonna take that.
Yes.
Okay. Ito yung sinabi ko, malaking pagbabago with this kid. And again, thankful for the opportunity na at least mag-flourish na dito. Magsha-shine na lang itong batang to dito.
And that is what the Mpbl is all about, providing a big platform for our players to exhibit their talents. There have been players who excelled in this league, and because of that, it allowed them to be drafted in the PBA.
Exactly.
John Arctarito, for one.
Aris Junicio,
Mike Ayanayon, Ato Ular. Right now, a beautiful chance for Archie Concepcion to prove his value. It's 38-26 as we take this time out. Pampanga's next 3 games, they have Marikina and Makati, but in between, they have the number 1 team in the MPBL.
Now, they take care of the two. Parang wala kay pero still you wanted to test the best. Okay, that's always been the leverage. Okay, kahit sa competition ka, ay lagi ang susubukan mo kasi they're the ones setting that tone.
And they're gonna test the best on their home floor in Nueva Ecija. That's gonna be tough. Right now, Archie Concepcion missing the layup. They are trying to defend their home floor against Bataan. Inside, alley-oop, topping the grava, locating Jammer Hamito.
Yeah, imagine that. Imagine if ito si Jammer Hamito, tapos nandiyan pa si Dex Michaels sa Pampanga.
Oh, yes. Oh, that's gonna be a good 1-2 punch. Castro on the layup. Good recovery from Bataan. We only have 43 seconds before halftime. 7 points para kay James Castro. Pampanga up by 12. Dom Vera, catch and fire. No good. Rebound tapped away. Vera able to save it. That's off of RB Bringas.
Thus, RV needs that.
Let's see if it's clean. Was it clean? And RB again has to be careful. He already has one technical foul. Hamito, beautiful feed, but a sorry miss from Dom Vera. 21 seconds before halftime.
Yeah, itong si Jamer Hamito, no? Talagang, if Topeng, malaking bagay sa kanya si Topeng Lagrama. Diba? Kasi pinifeed talaga siya, hinahanap siya. And pag nagkaroon to ng tandem, medyo mas magbe-benefit ang itong Pampanga team kay Hamito.
Last 2 seconds. James Castro misses from the corner. RB Bringas talking to the referee again. He has to be careful. Don Lastimosa taking him back. The Pampanga Giant Lanterns, they establish an early lead led by that guy, Archie Concepcion. There was a scare from Bataan, but as Archie returned, scoring 14 points, grabbing 3 rebounds, they go to halftime with a lead of 12 points.
Again, so efficient this guy is. Again, alam mo yun, yung trying to have that leadership. Hindi si tahimik to si RG, pero again, laro lang siya ng laro.
40-28. Now let's turn you over to Gianna Llanes.
Archie, kahit mas veterano ang kalaban nyo ngayon, anong ginagawa nyo para pabor pa rin sa inyo ang momentum?
Sa huddle pa lang po sabi ni Coach Gov, maglaro lang po kami sa team both offense and defense. Yun po. Nagawa po namin yung pinapagawa ni Boss Coach po.
And kitang-kita namin sa laro, nakangiti ka pa rin at enjoy na enjoy mo talaga. Paano nakakabay kay lakas sa'yo ang crowd ngayon?
Yun nga po, nakakatulong yung crowd sa amin, lalo-lalo na po sa home court namin. Nandito po kasi yung mga mahal namin sa buhay, kaya dagdag inspiration po sa amin and motivation. Yun po.
Thank you very much. Once again, that was Archie Concepcion of the Pampanga Giant Lanterns. Magbabalik po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
Mpbl na, yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Kahit score siya. Kahit yung buong ano. 4, 3, 2, 1 MPBL na MPBL.
Game for Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League tonight. It is the halftime of our game between the Pampanga Giant Lanterns and the Bataan Risers. The score is 40-28 in favor of Pampanga. And with me right now, we have the interim head coach of Bataan, Coach Frederick Francisco, and the counselor of Pampanga, Counselor Brenz Gonzalez. Coach F, I will start with you. You did announce that this will be your last game as the interim head coach of Bataan. Looking back and reminiscing, ano po ang paborito niyong memory being the head coach of this team?
Well, siyempre yung pinakamasaya yung first game ko as head coach. We won against Laguna. So sabi ko nga sa players, I'll remember that game for as long as I live. Pero yung it's more on yung camaraderie ba, being at the forefront of the team, trying to achieve a common goal. Yun yung one of the greatest experiences of being a head coach.
And when talking about that common goal, you actually said you will still stay on the team as an assistant coach, but you're also very excited for the development of the coaching staff. Ano po ang ma-expect ng mga Bataan Risers fans?
Well, yun nga, for our next game, starting sa practice na rin tomorrow, we're gonna be led by Coach Ricky Dandan. And yung may additional kami dalawang coaches, yung si Mark Dandan and si Coach Alex Calweng. So para sa mga fans ng Bataan, hopefully bigger and better things for the team moving forward.
And we always love going to Bataan to cover games because you guys have a huge crowd as well. Why don't you thank everybody that has been supporting your team?
First and foremost, we'd like to thank the Kamayakos, yung team, yung management, starting with Mr. Goody Ilagan, Attorney Gary Palmero, and of course yung walang sawang suporta ng mga taga-Bataan sa pamumuno ni Congressman Abed Garcia, Joed Garcia, Vice Governor Chris Garcia, at saka lahat ng mayors ng municipalities ng Bataan na walang sawang sumusuporta sa lahat ng mga players namin na homegrown.
Thank you very much once again. That was the interim head coach of Bataan. Yes.
Habol nga pala, baka mapahamak ako. I'd like to greet my wife nga pala who's watching at home.
The most important one, of course. Again, that was the interim head coach of the Bataan Risers, Coach Frederick Francisco. Ngayon naman po kausapin natin ang counselor dito sa Pampanga, Counselor Brenz Gonzalez. Counselor, I know that you and your dad have been very hands-on with the Pampanga team ever since you guys joined the MPBL. Paano niyo nag-grow ang fan base ng Pampanga Giant Lanterns to this na punong-puno talaga ang venue niyo?
Well, ito na po yung third year namin sa pagsali sa Pampanga Lanterns, and we are very thankful sa mga aming kabalen sa patuloy na pagsuporta. And malaking bagay po yung tulong ni Governor Delta Pineda dahil ever since pumasok po siya sa team namin, isang beses pa lang po kami natalo. At nagbubunga po yung pinapagawa po niya sa practice. And we are very thankful dahil marami po yung mga sumusuporta sa amin sa MPBL Pampanga Lanterns.
And ang sabi nga ni Gov kanina, the reason why you're able to really fill up your crowd is dahil mahilig talaga ang mga Kapampangan sa basketball. So I'm sure a lot of people here would love to play for the Giant Lanterns someday. Ano ang message mo sa kanila?
Basta advice ko lang, follow your dreams at magsipag ka lang araw-araw. Yung importante dyan, yung may puso ka, at alam mo na tama yung ginagawa mo, work hard lang. At kami, yung Pamilyang Gonzales, marami kaming programa para sa mga youth. Actually ngayon, meron kaming inter-barangay para sa mga under 21 years old sa buong 3rd District ng Pampanga. And our goal is to develop the young basketball players of our province.
Now, why don't you also thank everybody that's been supporting your team so far this season?
Nagpapasalamat ako sa mga kabalen na nandito sa patuloy na pagsusuporta. Sana po patuloy po ang inyong pagsuporta sa Pampanga Lanterns at pangako po namin na hindi namin kayo bibigoin. Siguro itong season na to baka tayo na yung mag-champion. Thank you so much.
Maraming salamat, Counselor Brenz Gonzalez and Coach F. Magbabalik po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
4, 3, 2, 1 MPBL na MPBL na yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao.
We're back here in the Benguiao Convention Center from San Fernando, Pampanga. Halftime between the Giant Lanterns and the Bataan Risers. Currently, it is a 12-point lead, just 3 points shy of the biggest lead of the ball game para sa Pampanga. Archie Concepcion led the way with 14 points. Now, Coach, we saw that 5-5-5 substitution pattern para Coach Dennis Pineda in the first half. Now, Bataan, in the middle of the second quarter, they made a push, but as soon as the starters came in, balik ang momentum sa Giant Lanterns.
Yeah, totoo yan. Siyempre, again, it's always been hard being the visiting team, especially when your opponent was able to establish their game right away. Diba? Pero with Bataan Risers sa second half, they came out strong do sa second quarter natin. Pero still, not enough because they were only natay lang nila yung output ng Pampanga Lanterns.
A lot of exciting things coming para sa Bataan Risers. As if you heard it, guys, RV Bringas actually got some reactions, safe to say, mula sa ating crowd because he was that villain in the first half. Ito po ang ating mga numero.
Yeah, if you see the numbers, di ba? It was close, di ba? Except with a 2-point field goal kay Bataan pa, okay, shooting the ball more efficiently. Diba? Kasi they've been running plays eh. They've been running plays. It's just that what gave Pampanga the lead. Ito yung plus 14 nila, plus 16 nila doon sa rebounds. And because of that, nakatakbo sila na kaya nagkaroon ng 9 assists.
And of those 35 rebounds, 15 came from the offensive end. You see the disparity in terms of attempts. Archie Concepcion, Jammer Hamito, Dom Vera, and Alex Ramos leading the way in scoring. The other end is James Castro with 7 points. Bringas Escuelas and Torado with 4 respectively for the Bataan Risers. And if you missed the halftime interview of Gianna Llanes, Coach F. Francisco finally announced that it's going to be Coach Ricky Dandan who will take over as the head coach of the Bataan Risers in the next days. Right now, nakita natin sa kanilang bench ang kanyang anak, si Coach Mark Dandan, and one of your assistant coaches as well, Coach Louie.
Yeah, si Coach Alex Kaluweng.
Yeah, it's Coach Alex joining the bench of Bataan for tonight. As again, we thank you for joining us. Biggs Gomez, Coach Louie Gonzalez, and Gianna Llanes at your service. Today, we are in Pampanga. Tomorrow, we go up north to Nueva Ecija as Topping Lagrama opens up the third with a 3.
Yeah, it was an aggressive zone defense. Okay, by this Bataan Risers. Pero Topping Lagrama, okay, making his presence felt. Lalong-lalo na, alam naman natin, etong batang to, parang gusto lang din maglaro sa second half eh.
Lagrama, almost all of his production came from the fourth quarter in their previous outing versus Bacoor. He was still hailed as the best player of that game.
Now, you just mentioned Coach Ricky Dandan will take over ketong the head coaching dito sa Bataan. And disiplinado na tong Bataan na to, and will expect them to be more disciplined and more and hardworking.
Oh, what a beautiful move! Topping Lagrama with a sidestep beauty. And to your point about Coach Ricky Dandan, it's nowhere to go but up, pun intended, for the Bataan Risers. Inside, RV Bringas is fouled. How fun is that, Coach, for RV Bringas as we get to see this epic move of the game first in partnership with OKBet own to win. The smallest guy on the court, but he probably has the biggest heart. All the guts and the glory for Topic Lagrama with that basket.
And I think there's really more to come in this game for Topping Lagrama.
And more to come as well for RB Bringas who hears it from the crowd. You mentioned, magkatabi lang ang mga lugar nitong Pampanga and Bataan. In Bataan, he is the hometown hero. And now in Pampanga, he is the hometown villain. As we go back to Gianna Llanes.
Yeah, especially with RB.
G, go ahead.
Yeah, so binanggit ni Coach F that Bataan is experiencing a lot of firsts today. First time, 100% ng kalusugan nilang lahat at the beginning of the game. At first time nga nilang maglaro as the visiting team. Sa ensayo daw, wala siyang basis sa reaction ng koponan nila sa situation na ito. But Coach F did scout how Pampanga's main shooter is Archie Concepcion and Topek Legrama is the fuel of the team. So bumalik siya sa mga lesson na natutunan nila last loss, which to accept the ups and downs of the game at bumawi immediately. He also let incoming assistant coach Mark Dandan lead the halfway huddle. Back to you guys.
Oh, that's interesting. Hayaan niya na si Coach Mark to lead the huddle. What can you say about that?
Yeah, I think transition na. Diba? And yeah, okay, with Coach F, diba, talagang alam naman natin, marami na silang laro outside. Yeah, pero interesting na this is the first time na lalaro sila ng home team.
Yes.
Diba? And it's different. Especially kung ang first time mo dito pa sa Pampanga.
In one of the toughest home crowds in the Mpbl. By the way, tomorrow, you can also expect that it's going to be jam-packed in Nueva Ecija. Because that team is still undefeated. They're going to go up against the Manila Stars. Next week, it's Nueva Ecija versus Pampanga. Friday next week, so stay tuned for that in Nueva Ecija.
Yeah, sa'yo, Mig, saan masarap maglaro? Kaya I think the teams up here north, talagang exciting maglaro. Talagang halos kapag alaban mo yung host team, yung home team, talaga mararamdaman mo yung support ng crowds nila.
Right. Don Vera passing it to his head coach. And that's an automatic turnover. Coach Dennis Pineda unhappy with that. But he's still looking very ravishing today. It's not every day that you get to see a head coach with a cap at the sideline.
I think makita mo doon sa kay Coach Pineda na compose siya. Okay, he trust, grabe yung tiwala niya doon sa team niya. Grabe yung tiwala niya doon sa players niya.
Siya rin naman ang bumuo talaga nitong Pampanga Giant Lanterns. RV Bringas, oh, that's a walk. And he knows it.
Yeah. Mamaya ngingiti lang yan si RV. This guy is a winner.
Of course. And he is loving this, that he turned into a villain in Pampanga. Remember, these two teams might actually face each other in the playoffs. Minus onto Lagrama for three. No good. Oh, good putback. Offensive rebounding. Working for Pampanga, courtesy of Mitchell Minus.
Yeah, puro high flyers to, no? Si Malyari, si Reyes, saka si Minus.
Minus is playing the three. Vera also showing us his athleticism. Lagrama, double cross, losing it. One guy ahead. That's an easy two for James Castro. Bataan playing catch up here. Still an 11-point lead. Almost another steal. Lagrama. Kick out. Dombera will fire. Yes, sir.
Again, Bataan still sticking to that 2-3 zone. Okay, they actually mas pabor sa kanila yung ganyang pace ng game. Kasi again, they don't want ng crowd. Okay, ito yung tulad nito. A simple, okay, drive and kick by Topeng Legrama off, okay, na-convert ni Vera from the corner 3. Kita mo naman yung naging reaction agad ng crowd natin.
That 3-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. The first 3 points in the ball game from the #1 gunner of the Pampanga Giant Lanterns, na si Dom Vera. James Castro, he will answer back.
Now James Castro starting to heat up as well.
15 points for James after scoring 7 in the first half. And he's done it twice na may sagot na tres. Pangontra sa Pampanga. Good steal by Lagrama. Don Vera stopping and popping. Bombs away!
Alam mo lang again, more importantly with Don Vera is yung technique niya, grabe. Diba? Yung shooting form, grabe.
Let me correct myself. Dom Vera had 8 points before that 3, so now he's up to 11 in this game. That's 3-pointer number 3 para kay Dom Vera. Great hands, good anticipation, malaki topping na grama. Back-to-back 3-point shots for Dom Vera.
And alam mo naman meron ng teamwork to itong dalawang to, si Topeng Lagrama at saka si Vera. Kabisado na nito isa't isa eh.
Mitchell Minus against Jong Bondok. Tough matchup. Minus able to escape the defense.
Again, you see the face nitong Minus, emotionless eh.
Oo.
Diba? Wala, laro lang ako.
Parang si JR Galit, no?
Exactly.
55-39. Castro staying aggressive. Block, but a foul. Boy, this crowd of Pampanga is something else. Take a look at that spin. Feet work, making it work.
Yeah, that's footwork and balance.
Such a tough move at the baseline against Jong Bondok.
Yeah, grabe rin yung wingspan nito ni Minus, eh, no?
Nakakatulong pa yung tattoo niya. That makes his arm look longer.
Grabe, makikita mo talaga, this is the belt. Eh. Pero, maganda, pero more importantly, yung balance niya, yung pasensya niya dun sa offense na ginawa niya versus John Bondok.
This free throw is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kumpletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. And remember, he's playing the 3 position in this lineup. Bounce pass, good cut. Sorry, miss, but it's a foul. And that's what Topeng Agrama can do, easily locate his teammates as he is number 3 in the league in assists per ball game, 6.3.
Yeah, especially with Dong Vera. Talagang alam natin mag-hometown tong dalawang to, eh, di ba?
That's a lethal 1-2 punch at the guard position. Remember, we haven't seen Archie Concepcion and
Jason Apolonio.
right in this quarter, but Archie is about to check in. 12 points, 4 rebounds for Dom Vera.
And katingin ko yung alam mo yung depth eh. Dito mo na masasabi talaga eh. The guys that played well in their last game versus Bacoor, parang hindi ngayon, iba ngayon yung heavy minutes.
This is the biggest lead of the ball game for Pampanga, 17 points. It was 15, the largest at halftime. Oh, that's a walk. Bataan is just out of rhythm. Archie Concepcion will check in for Topeng Lagrama. And I want to ask you this question as we're seeing the 2 premier guards of Pampanga, shooting guards of Pampanga on the floor right now, Concepcion and Dom Vera. But you can still include everyone, Coach. Who do you think will benefit the most from the tutelage of their new teammate, Gary David?
Actually, the floor spacer, I think it will be Archie Concepcion. It will be Jason Apolonio. Eh yung mga creators nila, even Topeng Lagrama, magbe-benefit yan. Kasi pag nasa side mo si Gary, definitely, yung presence ni Gary itself, hindi na mag-help yung defender. Eh. Di ba? Unless they're gonna gamble on that na, sige, pasa mo na kay Gary and let him shoot. Pero, alam naman natin kung ano rin yung kaya ibigay ni Gary.
How about in terms of their time off of the games? Siyempre, pwede rin siya maging mentor, maybe a one-on-one coach sa kanya mga kakampi.
Yeah, there's a reason bakit siya pinili ni Coach Pineda to be part of this team, Pampanga Giant Lanterns, at this stage of the season. Diba? More importantly, his decision-making na come playoff time, alam ni Gov na medyo bata pa yung team niya na pag matatanda na yung mga kalaban, iba na yung labanan. He needs someone to protect them. He needs someone to guide them. Hindi lang yung basta maglalaro.
Right, diba? Especially in the playoffs. Turnover, Chris Torado. Torado has been playing aggressive defense in this game. That's his 3rd steal. Mitchell Minus, another basket on the other end. This has been all Pampanga in the 3rd quarter.
Exactly.
They've scored 22 points and they've given up only 13. As you take a look at that beautiful spin Pure magic from Mitchell Minus. Drive to the right, spin to the left. Aggressive drive against the outstretched arm of Gio Espuelas. Take a short break. 21-point lead now. Mula sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao at sa iba't ibang sulok ng mundo, maraming salamat po sa inyong panonood ng Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Earlier tonight, the Batangas City Embassy Chill outlasted the Rizal Golden Coolers after a scare, big comeback, 26-point comeback from Rizal. Then in Game 2, Pasig City able to defeat Valenzuela, as you get to see Arwin Santos on your screens watching your MPBL action. It's always great to see one of the best in Philippine basketball watching at the sidelines.
And also a guy that doesn't forget kung saan siya nagsimula.
Yes.
Okay, he has a big respect with maganda rin yung relationship niya with the Pampanga head coach, itong si Governor Dennis Pineda.
One can only wonder if, by the end of his career in the PBA, if he will still decide to play in the MPBL as well. Tignan natin. We just saw it happen with Cyrus Baguio in the beginning of the season. Last year, we saw JJ Helterbrand. But at the same time, we celebrate these young players who are able to perform at a high level, impressing not only the fans, but management, coaches from other teams and programs. As Archie Concepcion misses the layup.
Yeah, our tournament will just grow through the years. Talagang alam naman natin yan. Okay, ngayon pa lang nga di ba? It's our first year back from the pandemic. Nakita na natin kung gaano karaming teams na yung sumali agad. Di ba?
We have 22 teams this year. Castro scoring inside. And there's still no final number yet. But all of the teams, to my knowledge, are set to return. Yung mga kasama ng 2019 Lacan season. Remember, that was 31 teams already. So the 9 teams who are missing, they're set to come back next year. At may dadagdag pa na ibang mga lugar. At nabalitaan ko, Coach, kung ikumpara mo yung distansya ng mga bagong lugar sa Nueva Ecija, malapit ang Nueva Ecija. That's how fun it's gonna be. We just hope that the gas prices will go lower by next year.
So malamang magkakaroon na rin ng dalawang team in production yan.
Let's see. Tingnan natin. Long way to go, but we are very excited for the growth of the MPBL. Just this season, remember, next week we will be in Zamboanga. In October, magkakaroon ng All-Star Day, and then the MPBL playoffs beginning by the end of the 10th month this year. Stay tuned for that. 62-45 the score right now.
Yeah, it will be an exciting playoff kasi ngayon pa lang sabi ko sir, iba na yung quality na nakikita mo. Iba na yung games, iba na yung lakas. Alam mo yun? Lahat tumaas na ng level
And in a way, you can also argue the familiarity of the fans on the players. Because remember, they only play each team once this season. So ngayon, for example, in this game, nagiging villain in Pampanga si RB Bringas. By the time he returns, if they do match up in the playoffs, kilala na ng mga tao si RB Bringas.
Totoo. Actually, ako, siguro yung mga case especially with Gov naman, si Gov naman he always wanted to host us dito sa Pampanga. Alam mo yun, yung crowd natin dito, naging familiar na dito talaga sa mga teams natin sa MPBL.
Yes.
Diba? Alam na nila kung ano yung magandang laro
Especially, they know that it's the playoffs. And their team is fighting for survival. Right now, Pampanga with a 15-point lead. Archie Concepcion. That's just too strong. Bounce pass. Torado. They go to the trailer. Espuelas for 2. Bataan still fighting back. MJ Garcia on the other end. Alley-oop to Alex Ramos.
I thought it was a shot.
Well, Ramos thought it was a pass. That's why he threw it down. 64-49. We're gonna see the replay later on.
Yeah, there's a scene coming from a floppy. Okay, alam na naman natin dito pupunta talaga to
RV Bringas. Almost a swipe from behind. Bringas for 2. 7 points para kay RV Bringas. Here's MJ. Pull up. Short. Rebound. Recovered by Pampanga. Archie's asking for it. Here he is. 8 on the shot clock. Screen. Concepcion at the baseline. Hamito. Oh, beautiful high-low. Jammer Hamito locating Alex Ramos.
That's pure. Alam mo, yung sitwasyon na yun is trusting your teammate already. Diba? Alam mo, isa pang player dito inaabangan natin for the Pampanga Lanterns na feeling natin masyadong tahimik. Itong si Jason Apolonio, no?
Right. Remember, before the emergence of Archie Concepcion for Pampanga, Apolonio was their MVP, and now he scores right on cue. Apolonio with 4 points so far. He had 9 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 steals in the previous outing. Torado on to Bringas, trying to pound his way against Hamito. RB Bringas, he will go to the line.
Nandun pa rin talaga yung skill ni RV. Talagang wala pa lang talaga sa timing. Okay, those are the shots that he takes. Okay, during yung domination niyan. Nagdo-dominate pa talaga siya.
8.6 rebounds for RB Bringas. He trims the lead down to 14. But this was 12 points at halftime. Short. One more chance. Again, trying to pound his way through. Couple of fakes, and he scores. Lead cut down to 12. 10 seconds to go before the end of 3. Can Archie see it? Foul given up by Espuelas. That is their last foul to give.
Yeah, this is just a 12-point lead. Okay, mathematically, okay, we still have the fourth quarter. Ilang runs lang to, di ba?
Right. A lot of physicality inside James Castro and Jason Apolonio. Archie will fire. No bounce. Another tip in. Alex Ramos. He's playing on a different level. What a third quarter for him. $13 points para kay Alex Ramos so far, as you get to see some highlights. Stopping Nagraba and James Castro. Some exchanges from them in the beginning of the quarter, but in the second half of the third, Coach, Pampanga pulling away.
Yeah, and it came from different players, di ba? Okay, Mayanes had his share. Ito si Ramos, ito si Apolonio, ito si Archie Concepcion. Ang dami talaga. It shows how deep this Pampanga team is.
70-56, our score after 3. $70-56 our score, beginning the fourth quarter in your matchup between two homegrown squads, the Pampanga Giant Lanterns and the Bataan Risers. Nix Gomez at your service alongside Coach Louie Gonzalez and Gianna Llanes. This is just fresh off of our week-long coverage in Jensen and Sarangani. Tomorrow, the MPBL travels to Nueva Ecija. Next week, September 20, all the way back south to Zamboanga. Patuloy po ang Liga ng Bawat Pilipino, of course, as we are glad to serve you with this brand of basketball all through or across our country. And next year, more to come as well. Right now, we resume our game here in San Fernando, Pampanga. Coach Louie, ang ating quarter scoring.
Kay Pampanga, good thing with Pampanga, they were able, they had a good, strong start. Pero after that, halos dikit na yung quarter scoring natin. Diba? Again, hindi pa rin naman bumibitaw yung Bataan. It's still a lot of time. They're only 14 points down. So, mahaba pa itong larong to.
Still very possible, but they're gonna have to start rebounding better. Minus 16 for the Bataan Risers. Second chance scoring, plus 14 for Pampanga. There you see another rebound. But good swipe mula kay Espuelas, and he gets the foul from Jammer Hamito.
You know what kept Bataan Risers from this game is their shot efficiencies. Okay, they're shooting the ball better, okay, than the Pampanga. Tsaka yung free throws.
Let's go back to Gianna Llanes.
Governor Delta shares na he really took on coaching this team dahil sa motivation na gusto niyang ibigay sa homegrown talent. Recently daw nakapag-champion ang 21 and under team niya sa ibang liga at nakita na doon na kailangan lang ng mga player na may naniniwala sa kanila. He is proud na mataas ang bench score ng Giant Lanterns dahil testament daw yon na lahat nabibigyan ng opportunity. Gov Delta is now telling the boys to just stay confident for the rest of the game and be in control of the moment. Migs and Louie?
Thank you, Gianna. That's really great of you to report that as Alex Ramos scores for two, because it brings us to the topic of continuity for the Pampanga Giant Lanterns. Coach Louie, what are your thoughts about this program?
I think that the key there is yung mga players, alam nila na may naniniwala sa kanila. I think that's more than enough for them to strive, for them to develop, diba? And for them to work hard. Pero aside from that, yung pagpapahalaga sa binibigay sa kanilang opportunity ni Coach Governor Pineda with his basketball program dito sa Pampanga.
Again, they were champions in the 21 and under league, so that means there are young guns coming up as well. Now, there's no limit in age here in the MPBL. Obviously, they can stay for as long as they like. But at the same time, some of these players would want to get drafted in the PBA.
Yeah, actually, it's even in the youth tournaments, halos puro champion na yung Pampanga Delta eh. So talagang grabe na yung development ng program ni Governor Pineda dito.
And you see how he has transformed this Pampanga squad from the Lacan season to this up and exciting roster. They're currently number 2 in the North Division as Dom Vera misses from 3.
Yeah, isipin mo how busy this guy is. Pero nandito pa rin siya nagko-coach, di ba?
Tama. And very stylish as always. Bataan still can't make their shots. 74-60. Dom Vera on the drive. Alley-oop. That's too high for Alex Ramos. Takbo sa kabila. Gio Espuelas. Kick out. That's a foul against Vera.
Yeah. It's nice, di ba? Okay, Bataan Risers, okay, starting their own basketball program also in their city. Imagine if all of the teams in the MPBL will have this kind of program.
Wow. That's a good imagination right there.
Doable. It's a doable.
It is,
diba?
as proven by Pampanga and Bataan. Long way to go. This is only the 4th season of the MPBL. And again, this is the passion project of Manny Pacquiao. And you know how far he will go for something that he loves so dearly.
Totoo yan. Totoo yan.
Pasok dito, Mitchell Mines and Topeng Lagrama. Sombero is at the line. Jethro's being joined by Chris Dorado, Julius Garcia, James Castro, and Jamil Gabawan. Free throw shooting natin, 16 out of 29 now for Bataan. Pampanga, they have Alex Ramos, Ernest Reyes, Topeng Agrama, Dombera and Mitchell Minus on the floor.
Yeah, you know what? Ito yung magandang ginagawa ng Bataan Risers. They're keeping the game close, Migs. They're keeping the game close. Hindi nag-give up tong ano eh. They just naglalaro. Dumidepensa.
As we saw in the quarter scoring, matapos lumayo ng Pampanga in the first quarter, di kita na
Yeah.
in the second and the third.
Yeah, even in the second, kay Pampanga only up by 2 points do sa third.
There's a bump here against Jethro Sombero. Sombero is one of the 3 non-homegrown sa Bataan alongside Ron Lastimosa and Chris Torado. 14 on the shot clock. Lumalabas, Topeng Lagrama. 10 on the shot clock. They're up by 13. Post up. Ernest Reyes trying to pound his way. Layup, no good. Look at the offensive rebounding. Beautiful chance here for Pampanga to try to score once more. Minus, that is a charge.
Yeah, from our angle talagang alam mo kitang-kita eh.
Gabawan went flying after that push. That's a tough guy right there for you to fall down like that. Just means that the impact was so great. Literal na gut check.
And alam mo yon, in that sequence talagang that's an extra possession again for the Pampanga Lanterns. Okay, that came off 2 offensive rebounds.
Dorado, Mintes, Lagrama waiting for his teammates. You can see how he surveys the floor so quickly. Itong si Topeng Lagrama. They go to Dombera. Gets 2 defenders. Pick and pop. Ernest Reyes. In and out. Rebound Torado.
Actually, I saw him practice that during the half set.
Sombero is now fouled off of that trail job. Jethro Sombero will proceed to the line. This free throw is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Now, Coach, what I want to ask you is the matchup next week. I want to ask you about Pampanga going up against Nueva Ecija. How do you see that matchup going?
Yeah, it's gonna be a dogfight. Siyempre, alam naman natin na whatever happens there, Nueva Ecija will keep that number one spot. Okay. Pero with Nueva Ecija right now, ano ba yung nasa isip nila? Diba? They're gonna go up against the best teams na, siyempre, gusto mo bang, ano ba yung advantage mo papunta sa postseason? Meron bang advantage or gusto mo na bang matalo? Pero I think with Coach Gerson, alam naman, one thing in mind he wanted to keep winning eh. And so definitely yung attitude ng Nueva Ecija, ng team Nueva Ecija, okay, yung gusto ng Pampanga, walang bibigay yung sa laban na yun. Even myself is excited to watch that game.
Yes. Pasok dito, James Castro and RV Bringas. To your point about Nueva Ecija, they're gonna go up against Pampanga next week. At the end of the season, their last home defense, it will be against the Batangas City Embassy Chill, the top 2 teams in the Mpbl.
Exactly.
76-62, 5 minutes and 42. Pampanga looking very comfortable here in the 4th. Can James Castro and company still pull off a miracle here, down by 14? Garcia's wide open. Remember, he hit the 3 in the first half. Jump shot is good off the glass.
Yeah, smooth, no?
This guy is a good jump shot. He's perfect from the field, 2 out of 2. Hamito, onto Lagrama, Topeng, he answers back.
Yeah, diretso eh.
Now Lagrama trying to defend Castro, almost a steal. RV Bringas, he scores inside. 14 para kay RV. The other end we go. Jammer Hapito. It's not every day that you get to see Jammer Hapito riding on top of another player.
Yeah, I think yung name nito ni Jammer talagang bagay na bagay sa kanya eh. Let's watch the replay.
That should go down as one of the top 10 plays in the Mpbl. Army Bringas.
I thought he's gonna jump over RB. Para magkakaroon na tayo ng sariling version natin ng Vince Carter dunk eh.
How I wish Jammer Hapito was as athletic as Vince Carter.
Alam mo naman si Jammer, sumali pa doon sa slam dunk.
Oo.
Di ba?
Kaso lumayap siya doon, di ba? Was it a layup or a sidestep move? Anyway, we go back. Mitchell Minus almost threw it down. Pampanga's putting on a show here. 81-66.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Ito si Minus na to. May hops talaga tong batang to.
I mean, Coach, in the pregame, itong crowd ng Pampanga, tuwan-tuwa na because even as they warm up, they already give us dunks.
Oo, may showtime na eh, no?
Oo, tuloy-tuloy. Munti ka pa mapilayan si Lawrence Malyari kanina as he went up for a slam. 81-66. Castro on the layup. Too strong. And he will go to the line. Four minutes and 17 remaining. The battle between two homegrown teams. Castro at the line. Coming off of a 20.7 rebound performance in the previous outing against Quezon City. James Castro averaging 15.1 points per game, 4.7 rebounds, 4.4 assists, and 1.1 steals. 21.6 rebounds, 2 steals so far today. 81-68 our score. Beto Supero making a basket. Almost a steal. Supero unable to complete it. Bringas was there. Supero. Oh, that's 2 sorry misses. Another try for Bataan. Castro will fire for 3. Short. That's gotta hurt. The other end, Dombera. Step back 3. In and out. Rebound. Tapped away in favor of Bataan.
Yung sa mga ganong instance, no? Okay, you miss that transition opportunity. Then, masaktan ka na doon. Tapos pagbalik mo ba, kaya naka 3 points naman tong Pampanga, dapat, there you, mararamdaman mo naman next yung pagod.
Oo. Fortunately for them, they had a missed 13-point lead here. But again, this has been the lead since the first quarter by Pampanga. Patuloy na, sagutan na lang ating dalawang koponan. Hard foul given up here by Julius Garcia. Napasok dito si Alex Ramos, Archie Concepcion, and Chris Torado. Take a look at it.
And these are the things that these guys, okay, na may experience, pero I know they're gonna learn from this.
Right now, Pampanga's up by 13 with 3 minutes and 18 seconds remaining. Talk about the next 3 games for Bataan. That's a very tough schedule. But then again, they will have a new head coach, Ricky Dandan.
big assignment right away for Coach Ricky. Talagang, yeah, they can compete, pero alam mo, malaking trabaho talaga yan. It's not an easy line. It's easy kay 3-game schedule.
Sunod-sunod yun. In 2 days, they're gonna go up against Batangas and then just 1 day of rest before they face Rizal. Jammer Hamito making a basket. He's up to 12 points.
Yeah, doon naman si Jammer, marami naman talaga magagawa. Again, it's just the confidence. Alam mo yun, he's still young. He still can go back to doon sa PISA. Makakabalik pa rin naman sa PBA to.
RB Bringas scoring inside. 16 points para sa kanya. They're stopping Nagrama. He decides to fire. No good. Rebound in favor of Bataan. Can they have one last run? Sombero. This is going to be big. Short. Rebound Bringas. That guy, the #1 offensive rebounder in the Mpbl. Getting that putback. Now he's up to 18 points. There it is. Good box out against Alex Ramos.
Yeah, if you see, no, okay, how smart RB is, di ba? Okay, ang inuna niya, win a position. Okay, then, nakita niya na mas malaki na yung space niya, that's the time na sinunggaban niya yung bola.
4.5 offensive rebounds per game para kay RB Bringas. He's not a part of the top 10 in overall rebounding, but he is #1 in offensive rebounding. Hamito. Oh, good block by Julius Garcia. Bataan still hanging with it.
Yeah, this is just a 10-point lead, huh?
Torado, that's a clear foul. Last 2 minutes, Torado will go to the line. Remember, in the first game today, Rizal was down by 29 points. Everyone thought it was over by halftime, but they lost by only 3 points. It was a big scare kontra sa Batangas.
And they almost had it kasi they had the last possession. Okay, down by 2. Puntik pa silang manalo actually.
Right. Garcia getting that block. The other end, Chris Torado. This guy also somehow he turns into a different type of player in the fourth quarter. He's had his moments na pumuputok siya sa fourth lang. But can it translate to a win? Sorry, miss on the first attempt.
Alam mo yun, ito yung mga itong like na player itong si Torado, di ba? Nagkaroon talaga sila ng ng lugar dito sa liga natin, di ba? And this player talagang alam mo, he plays with all heart. Wala masyadong fancy. Okay, alam niya kung ano yung role niya, alam niya kung ano yung detalye ng ginagawa niya, gagawin niya para matulungan yung team niyang Bataan Risers.
Torado started off on a good note in this season. At some point, he was benched. Guillermo del Torre was favored. And Torado was like their third-string point guard. But he's able to recover because of a couple of good performances. Sombero inside. They trimmed the lead down to 8 points.
Yeah, this is just 8 points.
1 minute and 47. And now, we're seeing full court pressure mula sa Bataan. Same as what we saw in the first game. Now, MJ Garcia will check in. He will be the second point guard on the floor. Let me check that. He's gonna replace Toping Nagrama, so he will be the point guard. May timeout dito or make that a technical foul against RB Bringas. So Archie Concepcion will proceed to the line for 2 or for 1 free throw.
Yeah, it's huge. Alam mo yun, yung mga ganyan tawag, parang you're trailing. Well, sarang you really cannot afford. Di ba? So,
now they're gonna have to wish for Archie to miss this.
And that's the biggest blow.
Yes, no more RB Bringas. Remember, in the first half, he actually asked for a tech from a referee when he was asking for a foul, and he pointed at 1. There's that delay of game. Wala kay RB.
I hope there's no suspension in the next game kasi kay due to rules naman eh. Yeah.
19 points, 8 rebounds. He says goodbye to the crowd.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying to you kanina.
Now he's gonna go over to you, give a smile. RB Bringas, becoming one of the stories here in Pampanga. But that's just a sport from our fans to our players. Nothing too drastic.
Again, okay, this is what we bring here, di ba? The entertainment, ito yung happiness, di ba? Na may mapapanood tayo, di ba? Na alam naman natin kung ganong kamahal ng Pilipino itong basketball, kung
Yes.
gano'n tayo ka-passionate dito, especially dito sa Pampanga.
Meron na kasing pride para sa kanilang home team. The lead of Pampanga has been cut down to 8. They're gonna have to be careful now. There's
Yeah.
the pressure.
Imagine the 4 players playing for Pampanga right now, are athletic guys. Ito yung hinihintay
Oh, there's
ng
the
mga crowd
steal.
natin.
Forward pass, James Castro on the chase. That's a foul. Basket and one for James Castro. And the lead has been cut down to 6 points. That's a beautiful steal by Cristorado. Steal number 4 in the game. And on the chase, Archie tried to go for the block. James Castro wise enough to know that he was going to try to do it. So he went to the other side of the rim.
Look at the experience. Look at the focus and control ni James Castro kay finishing in that break, di ba?
James Castro coming alive at the perfect time. Chance to trim the lead down to 5 points. James Castro has 23 to his name so far. Make that 24 now. 83, 78, and a turnover. Miscommunication between Mitchell Minus and Dom Vera.
Yeah, actually I was looking at Sombero there. Okay, could have been caught again for a T kasi he's not supposed to hold that basketball.
Baseline inbound. Here's Jamil Gabawan. Lumalabas, James Castro at the corner. No good. Ball tap. Good effort by Lastimosa. Bounce pass. Castro. Still no call. And MJ Garcia will now get it. Forward pass onto Alex Ramos. 20 on the shot clock. 1 minute, 3 seconds on the game clock. Here's Archie Concepcion. Down to 8 seconds. Archie will fire. No good. Rebound, Sombero. Good chance here for Bataan to trim the lead. Cristorado, kick out. Lastimosa for 3. And the lead is down to 2 points.
Again, the game is not over till it's over. Yeah.
The biggest lead was 21 points for the Pampanga Giant Lanterns. Bataan, everyone thought that it was over by the halfway mark of the 4th frame, but because of the efforts of their players on the defensive end, forcing turnovers, getting those rebounds, and some baskets from their offense, now the lead has been cut down to 2 points.
Yeah, more importantly is this Bataan team kay staying together. Diba? Even if they're visiting here, alam nila pala ka itong Pampanga kaya nasa one of the hottest team in the Mpbl. They just take stock to each other. Okay. Sinunod lang nila yung game plan ng coaches nila at sinuportahan lang nila yung bawat isa.
And they're doing this now without RB Bringas, who just got ejected for 2 technical fouls. 40 seconds to go. 83-81 our score. Both teams are in penalty. There are 2 timeouts there for Bataan and 1 for Pampanga.
Okay, both teams in penalty as well.
Now it's going to be interesting to see which 5 will be put on the floor para sa Mitchell Minus, Topping Nagrama, Alex Ramos, and Archie Concepcion. Now that's their usual starting 5.
Exactly.
They're gonna go up against James Castro, Jamil Gabawan, Ron Lastimosa, Jetro Sombero, and Cristorado. Sideline inbound, that's 14 on the shot clock. Here's Archie on the drive. Archie Concepcion. Sorry miss. Chance for Bataan to tie or get the lead.
Yeah, this is big.
9-second differential. Torrado. Hook shot. No good. Rebound Archie. Still no whistle. And he gives it up to Minus. That's a kick ball. This game suddenly changed.
It is, I think, Pampanga got it on the 22nd mark. Okay, it can't be a 8-second violation.
That's why the Bataan team was arguing for a review. Now the referees will take a look at it. This is going to be a big call. 15.7 seconds on the game clock.
Yeah, I think it's 20 on the 22nd.
Referees taking their time to make sure that they're going to give the right call. Again, the biggest lead of the ball game was 21 points for the Pampanga Giant Lanterns. That happened in the second half. Everyone thought that it was over. People were leaving already till the very last couple of minutes where Bataan just gave a push, trimming the lead down to 2 points. They almost tied it with that hook shot by Chris Torrado.
Exactly. Kala mo, okay, Biggs, on my way here, since yesterday, I know that the games today will be really good.
Yes.
Diba?
And they did not disappoint. Take a look at it. So again, it's either going to be a kickball or an 8-second violation.
Yeah, I don't think it will be an 8-second violation because after they got the rebound, the clock is already in the 20s na eh.
Oo. Wala nang shot clock.
Wala nang shot clock. So, they cannot base that dun sa shot clock.
Referees reviewing because it took a lot of time for Archie Concepcion to give that ball up.
Now, the question is, will Delta, Coach Delta, call a timeout? Tapos kasi mag-a-advance pa yung bola eh. Di ba? And pag tumawag siya ng timeout, that gives itong Bataan Risers 1.7 seconds. Diba? In case kunyari naka-convert sila.
Dahil 14 lang ang shot clock.
Totoo yan.
Referees still reviewing, taking their time. There you see Coach Mark Dandan. He's gonna be the new assistant coach moving forward for the Bataan Risers because Coach Ricky, his father, will be the new head coach to replace the interim right now. That is Coach F. Francisco, who has done a marvelous job leading the way for the Bataan Risers.
I see there's impact already, di ba? Okay, and I hope this is just the start of a lot of things for the Bataan Risers.
Bataan will actually defend their home court next week against the San Juan Knights. That's going to be another good matchup to watch out for here in the Mpbl. Right now, everyone is waiting for these 4 referees and our head of officials na si George Magsino for their final call here in Pampanga. Teams taking this time to talk to each other. The Pampanga Giant Lanterns, they are the second hottest team in the Mpbl with 6 straight wins, 10 wins and 4 losses in their record. They are number 2 in the North Division. Bataan on the other end, back-to-back losses to their name, 8 wins and 6 losses. Number 5 in the same division. These two teams can possibly face each other in the playoffs. And what a way for you to get a preview. A close game tonight in San Fernando as you get to see these Kapampangas, always very passionate. Enjoy your time on TV, live on 1PH, I1TFC, and the live streams of the Mpbl. Now the referee will talk to Ken Pangilinan for the final call.
Yeah, but I think the ball will be inbound at the backcourt, but with 1 second, okay, doon sa 8-second violation. Then, okay, only 1 second for Pampanga to advance that basketball.
That's going to be tough. Still waiting for the final call of the arena announcer. Referees explaining to both coaches what's going to happen before they announce it here in the arena. There you see our referees discussing at the sideline. Here it is.
Possession goes to Pampanga. Giant Lanterns AMG pre-construction. Game clock reset to 17.3 seconds.
So it's a kickball. Game clock reset to 17.3.
Yeah, they cannot set it to 24. They will add up time there. Yeah, they just have to focus.
They're still arguing with the referees here.
Yeah, that's their shot clock. Do you want to reset it to 14? Di ba? Mabawasan ka pala 3 segundo.
All right. So Pampanga with inbound. 17.3 seconds to go. They're up by 2. Both teams in penalty. 2 timeouts left for Bataan and 1 for Pampanga. Jason Apolonio. They give it up to Archie. That's a dangerous spot. Archie's hurt. But the foul was initially called against Ron Lastimosa.
Let's see.
Saan tumama? There it is. The initial contact. Pumito ng referee by then. And Archie Concepcion limping his way out. Crucial free throws for Archie Concepcion. First one is a miss. It is only a single possession ball game. And Bataan has 2 timeouts left. But they can only call it if Archie makes the second. Bataan has Chris Torado, James Castro, Jamil Gabawan, Ron Lastimosa, and Jethro Sombero.
So 1 possession. Okay, let's keep a lot of time. 15.7. Let's see kung anong gagawin now. 2 things ang pwedeng gawin ng Pampanga right now. Spend 5 seconds, then foul since they're winning, still up by 3. Okay, get them to the penalty.
Yeah, risk them making or missing free throws.
Exactly. Or defend the outside. Make them shoot. Ilagay nila sa quick 2. Now with Bataan naman, saan sila pupunta?
Are they gonna go for a quick 2?
Doon sa high percentage. Okay, a quick 1 on a high percentage since meron pa naman silang isang timeout.
Right. Or will they shoot a 3 to tie it once and for all? 3-point field goal shooting natin. 5 out of 24 for Bataan, 6 out of 24 for Pampanga. What a game this has been. The Bataan Risers, marvelous effort to come back in this game.
Yeah, it was a big disparity dun sa rebounds natin. But in the 4th, dumikit na itong Bataan bigla.
Sideline inbound. Jethro Sombero working with Jamil Gabawan, James Castro, Chris Serrado, and Ron Lastimosa. 15.7, 14 on the shot clock. Torado escapes. Lastimosa for the tie. He puts it in. .6 seconds to go. This is the final timeout for the Pampanga Giant Lanterns. We're all tied at 84. Remember, in the previous game of Bataan, Ron Lastimosa had a chance to win it. Oh no! He stepped on the line, so it is a 2-point shot. That is so unfortunate. That's a heartbreaker. You saw his reaction. He went all the way down to the floor.
But again, heads up for this Bataan. Okay, it's not yet done. Okay, a stop, a deflection that could lead to interception. Pwede pa eh. Diba? And this is still a lot of time. 10.6.
So we go back to our previous conversation. It's treated as a quick 2 for Bataan. They have 1 timeout left. Still very possible for them. This Pampanga crowd, they're blowing kisses to Ron Lastimosa, trying to say goodbye to him, but we still have a lot more action. It's going to be a long 10 seconds, folks.
Now, look at the faces of this Pampanga. Diba? Parang kanina, they're so dominant. Now, parang blank na yung faces nila eh, diba?
84-83. Now they're getting tested.
Yeah.
Sideline inbound, 10.6 seconds. Both teams in penalty. No more timeouts for Pampanga. And Lagrama, he will go to the line to shoot these 2 free throws.
At magandang preparation towards our next game.
Lastimosa fouls out as he gives up that foul against stopping Lagrama. Now Lagrama will be shooting these 2 crucial free throws. .6, make that 9.5 seconds remaining. Again, 1 last timeout remaining for Bataan. First one is good. 15 out of 24 from the line are the Pampanga Giant Lanterns.
Yeah, you put your best rebounders, you put your best defenders.
Second one for Topping Lagrama. That is good. 86-83, 9.5 seconds to go, and this will be the last timeout for the Bataan Risers.
Yeah, imagine ilang possessions pa yung nangyari from that 15.1 okay, to 9.5.
Again, by the 2-minute, 3-minute mark of this game, people were leaving already. It was still a double-digit lead for the Pampanga Giant Lanterns. What a push it was from the Bataan Risers. They lost RB Bringas due to 2 technical fouls. Now Ron Lastimosa fouls out after he made that crucial 2-pointer. Could have been a 3, but he stepped on the line. So now it's one last chance for them to try to tie it. Is it still practical for them to have a quick 2 at this point with no timeouts remaining?
Yeah, that one I think they will go for the tie.
The tie na. 86-83, and they're gonna do it without Lastimosa. So Pampanga will be defending with Alex Ramos, Jason Apolonio, Mitchell Mines, Archie Concepcion, and MJ Garcia. That's a very athletic, versatile 5 right there on the defensive end. And then to play offense, make that Bataan. They put in Julius Garcia, who is a known shooter, alongside Chris Torado, James Castro, Jetro Sombero, and Jamil Gabawan. 9.5 seconds to go. They go to Sombero. Pinapalabas, James Castro for the tie. In and out. Rebound. That's off of Archie Concepcion. 2.4 seconds remaining. It's a baseline inbound for Bataan.
It was a good shot. It was a good play coming from Coach F.
Gabawan will inbound. They go to Garcia for the tie. That's too strong. And that will end our ball game. A thriller here in Pampanga. The Giant Lanterns survive 86-83 over the Bataan Risers.
Yeah, congratulations kay Pampanga Giant Lanterns. And heads up for this Bataan Risers na talagang they played their hearts out. It was controlled. Okay, pero again, the mentality, alam naman natin these are homegrown kids. These are homegrown players, bright future ahead. Congratulations to both teams.
Now this player of the game is brought to you by OKBet, the official partner of the Mpbl. With OKBet, own the win. How about Alex Ramos? It's not every day that he gets to experience an award like this. 17, 11, 2 steals, and more importantly, 8 out of 9 from the field.
Yeah, efficient. Okay, double-double. Alex Ramos, congratulations.
This guy, he was the first player who scored in this game for Pampanga. He became a spark once again in the third quarter to try to help his team pull away. Obviously, there was a little bit of a collapse mula sa kanyang kupunan in the fourth quarter, but they're able to survive by 3 points. Kasama ngayon ni Gianna Llanes si Alex Ramos.
Congratulations to Alex Ramos. He had 17 points today. Alex, very emotional ang laro ngayon. Paano niyo sinigurado hindi kayo nakakarga sa emosyon ng laro?
Yung sa defense lang na sinasabi ng mga coaches na sipag lang, may pupuntahan yan.
And ano yung game plan during the last few minutes of the game na malapit na talaga yung score? Again, Alex, ano yung game plan nung last few minutes of the game nung malapit na talaga yung score?
Ano lang, defense lang.
Okay, Alex, I'm sure maraming proud sa'yo because you did have 17 points. Sino ang gusto mong pasalamatan?
Pinasalamatan ko is Bicol Boys, Mandong Gonzales, Team Honor, AJ Gonzales, Brent Gonzales, and board member Mika Gonzales, and Gonzales family. Nagpapasalamat ako kay Delta Pineda, kay Nanay Pineda, at saka board member na si Maylin Pineda, at saka pinabati ko yung family ko sa Impanta, at saka pinabati ko yung jersey namin sa ATQ, at saka yung girlfriend ko, at saka yung si Tita Ems. Thank you po, thank you.
Thank you very much, and congratulations, Alex Ramos. And this player of the game is brought to you by OKBet, the official partner of the Mpbl. With OKBet, own the win. Back to you, Mix and Louie.
Thank you, Gianna. The matchup between two homegrown teams here in the Mpbl is concluded with a 3-point victory for the Pampanga Giant Lanterns. Tomorrow, we go back to Nueva Ecija for San Juan versus Mindoro, Imos versus Laguna, and the Rice Vanguards looking to stay undefeated, looking to defend their home court against the Manila Stars. Patuloy po ang ating aksyon as we thank you for joining us once more. In behalf of my partner, Coach Louie Gonzales, our courtside reporter, Gianna Llanes, my name is Migs Gomez at ito po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino.
4, 3, 2, 1, Mpbl na, Mpbl na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao.